Welcome to another EndNote 2025 Advanced Training Session. Today we'll explore how to significantly enhance your research workflow using EndNote's automatic grouping features and advanced record management tools. In today's session, we're going to dive into some of the most advanced features that EndNote 2025 has to offer. By the end of this webinar, you'll be able to automatically update your references using the powerful Find Reference Updates feature, keeping your references accurate and up to date with minimal effort. Create and customize smart groups that dynamically organize your references based on search criteria, allowing you to easily track different research projects or topics as your library grows. Build combination groups to merge multiple smart or custom groups, enabling you to perform advanced comparisons and analyses on your references, perfect for organizing large, complex projects or comparing multiple data sets. These features will help you save time, stay organized, and gain better control over your reference management so you can focus more on your research. Firstly, we'll probe the key concepts and principles of smart groups. Gaining this understanding is vital and empowering as it lays the foundation for the automatic organization of reference sets in your library based on various projects or topics. We'll examine the nature of a smart group and its utility in research and project management, aiding you in maintaining organization and focus on your tasks. A smart group in EndNote is a powerful tool that helps you keep your references organized automatically. By creating a search strategy based on specific criteria, you can set up groups that update themselves as you add new references or modify existing ones. For example, imagine you're researching two related topics. You can create a smart group for each topic, and EndNote will automatically sort your references into the correct group as you go. No more manually sorting. EndNote takes care of it for you. Smart groups are great for staying organized, especially as your library grows. Once you set them up, they will handle all the organizational work in the background, saving you time and ensuring your library stays structured. Now that we understand what a smart group is, let's create one together. It's simple. Here's how. First, click the Groups drop-down menu and select Create Smart Group. Alternatively, if you prefer, right-click directly on the Groups panel and choose Create Smart Group from the context menu. Once you've selected this option, you'll be taken to a window where you can define your search criteria, essentially telling EndNote what to look for in your library to automatically categorize your references into this group. Now let's look at how to configure your smart group search. This process is like the advanced search in EndNote, where you'll define the criteria for organizing your references. Here's what to do. Start by entering a name for your smart group. This will help you identify it later. Next, choose a field. This tells EndNote where in your library to look for specific terms. For example, you might search by author, title, or year. Then select a comparison operator like is, contains, or greater than. This defines how EndNote will compare your search terms. You can define up to 10 search parameters to make the search more specific. For each search term, you can use Boolean operators such as and, or not to link multiple criteria. As needed, you can add or remove search parameters by pressing the plus or X buttons. Once you're happy with your search strategy, press Create to save the group, and EndNote will automatically organize the references according to the criteria you've set. Sometimes after creating a smart group, you might realize that you need to refine its search strategy. Here's how you can modify an existing group. First, select the smart group you want to update from the Groups panel. Next, click on the Groups drop-down and choose Edit Group from the menu. Alternatively, you can right-click the Groups panel and select Edit Group from the context menu. Once you've made your adjustments, be sure to press Save to apply your changes. This will update the smart group with the new search criteria. Modifying smart groups is a great way to ensure your groups are always aligned with your evolving research needs. If you need to remove a smart group, it's a quick and easy process. Here's how you do it. First, select the smart group you want to delete in the Groups panel. Then click on the Groups drop-down and select Delete Group from the menu. Alternatively, you can right-click the smart group in the panel and choose Delete Group from the context menu. A confirmation dialog will appear asking if you're sure you want to delete the group. Press Delete to finalize. Keep in mind that deleting a smart group doesn't remove the references from your library, just the group itself, and it's a useful way to clean up your groups without losing any data. Let's review combination groups for your EndNote library next. A combination group allows you to combine smart and custom groups under a single heading. This is a great way to bring together multiple groups to see how they overlap or differ. For example, you might want to compare references related to two different research topics. You can combine the SMART groups for each topic into a single combination group and use logic such as and or not to analyze the relationships between them. Use and to find references that appear in both groups. Use or to include references from either group. Use not to exclude references from one group while including those from another. This feature is powerful for analyzing and comparing large sets of references, helping you make more informed decisions about your research organization. Now let's create a combination group. It's easy to set up and will allow you to merge existing groups for deeper analysis. Here's how to do it. First, click on the Groups drop-down and select Create from Groups. Alternatively, you can right-click the Groups panel and choose Create from Groups from the context menu. Once you've chosen this option, you'll be able to select the SMART groups and custom groups you want to combine. From there, you can apply Boolean logic and or not to define the relationship between the selected groups. Configuring a combination group works a little differently than other search panels in EndNote. Here's how to set it up. Start by entering a group name. This helps you identify the combination group later. Next, choose the first group you want to include by selecting it from the Select a Group drop-down. This could be a SMART group or a custom group that you've already created. Then use logical operators like and or and not to determine how this group relates to others you're adding. For example, you could combine two groups using and to find references that appear in both. You can include up to 10 groups in your search strategy, depending on the complexity of your analysis. Press the plus button to add more groups, or the minus button to remove any that you no longer need. Once you're happy with your setup, press Create to save the combination group, and EndNote will organize your references accordingly. If you ever need to remove a combination group, it's a simple process. Here's how it starts by selecting the combination group you wish to delete from the Groups panel, and click the Groups drop-down menu and select Delete Group. Alternatively, right-click the combination group in the panel and choose Delete Group from the context menu. A confirmation dialog will appear asking if you're sure you want to delete the group. Press Delete to finalize the process. Deleting a combination group will only remove the group itself. It does not delete any references from your library, so you don't need to worry about losing any important data. Today's final learning objective focuses on automatically retrieving metadata updates for existing references in your library using a feature known as Find Reference Updates. This feature benefits all article types in your EndNote library, particularly for preprint materials. It allows you to update your library in advance even before all the relevant details of the article's print version are finalized and published online. When using the Find Reference Updates feature, you can update references individually or in batches. Here's how to select the references you want to include in your search. Start by highlighting at least one reference in your library that you want to check for updates. And if you need to select multiple references that are not next to each other, hold the Command key on Mac OS or the Ctrl key on Windows and click on each reference you want to include. To select a range of references, simply hold the Shift key and click the first and last reference in the range. This will select all the references in between. With these options, you can easily choose exactly which references you want to check for updates. Once you've selected the references you want to update, initiating the Find Reference Updates process is simple. First, click the References drop-down menu at the top of your library, then select Find Reference Updates from the menu. This will start the process of searching for available updates for the selected references, ensuring your library remains current and accurate. When you run the Find Reference Updates search, EndNote will give you several options for updating metadata. Here's what each option means. If you want to replace all metadata in a reference with the most current version, select the Update All Fields button. This will overwrite any existing data. If you prefer to only replace the missing or incomplete fields, click the Update Empty Fields button. This ensures you won't overwrite any information you've already entered. If you need to manually select which parts of the reference you want to update, use the Edit Reference button. This gives you full control over which metadata you update. If you don't want to make any changes to the reference, simply select Skip. If you decide to stop the update process, click Cancel, and the search will end without making any changes. These options give you flexibility, ensuring you can update your references exactly as needed. Once you've selected how you want to update your references, EndNote gives you the option to apply changes to multiple references at once. Here's how it works. If you want to apply the same changes to all the remaining references in your batch, simply press Yes. This will save you time by applying the same update to each reference. If you prefer to review each reference and apply changes one by one, click No, and EndNote will allow you to handle each reference individually. This batch processing feature is a real time saver when you have multiple references to update. Once EndNote has processed all the metadata updates, you'll see a confirmation message letting you know the process is complete. Here's what you can do next. If you prefer not to see this confirmation message again in the future, you can check the box that says do not show this message again. This is optional and can be useful if you want to streamline your workflow. Once you're ready, simply press OK to close the confirmation dialog and finish the process. After you confirm the updates, your references will be up to date and ready for use. I hope you found today's session useful and feel more confident using EndNote's advanced features. But we don't want to stop here. There's even more to learn. In our next webinar, we'll dive into additional skills that will help you manage your EndNote library even more efficiently. First, we'll cover how to create compressed backups to preserve and restore your EndNote library. Backups are essential for protecting your data, and we'll show you how to keep your library safe. Then we'll explore the change move copy fields function, a powerful tool for editing multiple records at once. If you've ever needed to update information across several references, this feature will save you time and effort. Finally, we'll demonstrate how to use find and replace to quickly update terms or correct errors across your entire library. This is especially useful when making large-scale edits or fixing recurring mistakes. By the end of this next session, you'll have even more tools at your disposal to keep your references organized and up to date. We look forward to seeing you there. We value your input. At Clarivate, your feedback is essential in helping us improve and provide a better training experience. After this session, we would really appreciate it if you could take a few moments to complete our 2-question survey. It's quick and easy, and it gives us the insight we need to continually refine our resources and content. The EndNote Support Hub is your go-to resource, whether it's an issue you're facing or you have general questions. Clarivate's team of EndNote experts is available 24/7 via chat, email, or phone. Plus, the portal has a wealth of resources, including troubleshooting tips, step-by-step guides, and frequently asked questions to help you resolve any problems quickly. You can visit the Support Hub at any time for assistance, EndNote Support Portal. I want to highlight an incredible resource, the EndNote LibGuide. This page is your ultimate guide for mastering EndNote, whether you're just starting or looking to take your skills to the next level. Inside the LibGuide, you'll find on-demand learning materials, including e-learning modules, tutorial videos, a live training calendar, and quick reference guides designed to help you make the most out of EndNote. It's a fantastic way to continue your learning at your own pace. You can access the EndNote LibGuide anytime to dive deeper into specific features or revisit topics discussed today. And if you're looking for even more interactive help, check out our training portal for upcoming live sessions. Remember, EndNote isn't just about managing references, it's about making your research process more efficient and organized. So explore these resources and don't hesitate to contact us if you need assistance. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you found the session on these advanced EndNote 2025 features helpful. Before we finish, here's a quick recap of what we've covered. Automatically updating existing references using find reference updates, creating smart groups for automated categorization of projects and topics, using combination groups to compare and analyze references across multiple groups. Thanks again for being part of today's webinar. Happy referencing, and we look forward to seeing you at our future sessions.